Hey there, everybody. This is Austin Decker from Scarlett Seven. I'm the lead guitarist, and as you can see, I have one of my guitars with me. This is my Ibanez RG 550. You've probably seen it if you saw some of our live show footage. Seen it's the one with the sticker on it. Had this guitar for a number of years. It's one of my favorite guitars. I use it for a lot of my lead guitar parts. It's featured pretty heavily in the album. So the reason I'm here today is I got a couple messages from different people asking how to play various Scarlett 7 songs that we have online, asking for clarification on parts. And for me personally, when someone asks how to play music that I've been a part of, that I love it. It's a huge compliment to me. I've always wanted to teach them, always want to help them. So this is for you. This is for everyone out there who may have ever wanted to play along to any of our songs, but might have had some trouble with it. I'm going to teach you how to play basically the entire thing. Explain how the chord structure works. And for those of you who are lead guitarists, I'll teach you exactly the parts that I play on the album. Speaking of the album, it is dropping next Thursday. That is Halloween. Halloween, October 31st, 2013. It will be dropping, available on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, and Amazon. So please check it out if you like our music. We would certainly appreciate it. Alright, so down to business. First thing you're going to need is one of these. Capo, for those of you who are unfamiliar with it, it bars the strings for you, so you don't have to. It makes life a little bit easier. Place your capo on your second fret. Okay. There you go. I'm using my Roland micro cube right now. I'm going to tilt that down so you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. There you go. Alright. So the first order of business is that very recognizable intro for that song. Basically, you just start with your first finger, middle finger, doesn't really matter, on the 10th fret, G string. It's an F. I like that a lot. Just those two are just one step away from each other. There's a lot of dissonance. So it's kind of the point of the song is dissonance and tension, static. You know what I mean? So moving on from there, just so you do that 4 times. These 2 strings, the B and E, you're going to leave them open for quite the majority of the song. So from that intro, you move into just a standard F sharp power chord shape, starting on the A string. That's 9, 11, 11 on A, D, and G respectively. Leave the top 2 strings open. And then from there, without switching positions, bring your first finger down onto the C sharp on the E string. That's 9 right there. Okay. And lift up your pinky while also bringing down your middle finger back on that F that you were just playing from this position. Okay. So kind of an interesting chord. And then move positions down to a standard D sharp and G sharp power chord. Leave those 2 top strings open all together. That's the part where Carlene's singing just by herself, giving us a little intro to the song. Okay, and then when all the instruments come in, Lori takes over. You would repeat the same line. But then, instead of playing that D sharp a second time, you'd move down to a B major chord. As always, leave these top 2 open. So that is 9, 7, 7, 8. I'm sorry, 7, 9, 9, 8. Forgot how to count for a second. Alright, so you can do that. One more time to a G sharp major minor 7 add 11 chord. It's a complicated chord, at least it sounds that way, but it's not really. It's one of my favorite chords ever though. Basically just take a G sharp major shape. For those of you who don't know what that is, you can just do it like that. That is 4, 6, 6, 5, 4, 4. Okay. So, and then just lift up on your first finger a little bit so you're not barring all the way across. Lift up on this finger so that way all it's touching is that low E on the 4. Leave these top 2 open. That's the key. And there it is. There's that dissonance, that tension. And that will bring us in to our chorus. Okay, so just all together on that one. Okay, pretty simple. Now, here's where it gets fun, right? You don't have to worry about these open strings anymore because now we're in rock mode. Alright. So, chord progression for the chorus, that very, very recognizable chorus, is B, C sharp, D sharp. To play the power chords, you don't have to worry about any major or minor at this point in time, but if you want, it would be B major, C sharp major, D sharp minor. So that's how that would be. Some people like to play like this. I prefer to do it on the A string, but that's your call. Completely on there. So do that. That's what the rhythm guitarists play. They're going to be banging out on the sides. For the lead guitarists, this is where you come in. This is where you pretty heavily come in. What I do for my parts is I start on the 4th fret on the D and G strings, and then I take on the G string, I move up to the 6th fret, and then I move up to the 8th fret on the G string. And the pattern for that is, okay, one more time, and I take that same pattern position, I move it up a whole step. One more time, move it up one more whole step, but instead of going all the way out here with the pinky, I guess that would be the 12th fret in this case, I just leave it on the 11th, because that 12th fret's not in the key, that G right there is not in the key, so that time it's 8 and 11, minor 6, so all together, my part is time from there. And then the chorus finishes up, you hear the iconic, and then we're right back in the verse. For those of you who don't know what I did right there, that's that little change up that you hear. There's just a D sharp minor scale starting on the A sharp portion on the A sharp. So for those of you who can't see that or don't know what I'm talking about, that is starting on the D string, the 8th fret. Bring that down to the 6th fret. Bring that down to the A string, 9th fret. A string still, 8th fret. 6th fret, A string. Andrew actually harmonizes on that part. He's up a third from that. It's not really important unless you have two guitars in the band, and it's kind of important to play that part at that point in time. But I'll leave that up to you guys. I'm sure I don't have to teach you everything. So moving on from there, when they switch off the vocals again, instead of playing the over again, me and Andrew switch it up. This time we're just doing pedal tones. So just take the roots of the chords you've been playing. In this case, it'd be F sharp, B, D sharp, B, okay, and hit as a sort of, what's the proper word? Sort of an accent. You'd hit a third above that. If it's a major chord, hit a major third. If it's a minor chord, hit the minor third. So for example, on the F sharp, since it's a major chord, and then we climb up once more, just using the standard scale. And what I just taught you, do that one more time. more time, all together. And then back to the chorus. So this time, we will actually hold out instead of holding out. Or I'm gonna change my mind. Actually, we won't hold out. We're lowering Colleen. Hold the line. Static. They hold that line instead of doing the standard like we did last time. This time you'll go on that same D sharp. Pretty simple pattern. And that is going to get you most of the way through the bridge. That little B, G sharp. So that's that little pattern. Okay. And then we just change that up a little bit for the second part of the bridge. The rhythm guitar does something different than the lead guitar. Once again, rhythm guitar is going on that, starting on that B, to G sharp, to D sharp, back to B, G sharp, C sharp. So that's what Andrew's doing right there. Me, I'm kind of taking off doing my own thing. I'm way up here at this point in time. Starting off on the A sharp on the G string. Moving up to a C sharp. And down to a G sharp. Pattern for that is. And then we go. We start on this F sharp and we bend it up to a G sharp. So, for those of you who can't really see what I'm doing, that is 15, 18 to 19 on the B string, bending it up to 21. Okay. Bring it down and slide it down to 14 on the B string, which is a C sharp. And then we do a little run from there, back down to the G string, to 16, 15, and then 13 respectively. Okay. So all together that sounds. And you repeat. Time, instead of going down to here again, hit the 21st note on the E string real high up there. That is a let's see, I want to say it's a B. I'm probably wrong. No, it's a C sharp. I'm sorry. Way up there, C sharp. So okay, hold those two together, and that's the lead part. That's about as complicated as the lead part gets in this song. And after that, everything just kind of breaks. Do an open A string. Leave those B and E strings, top B and E, nice and open. Those of you who are just interested, that's an A add 9. Love that chord. Then move that up to a B power chord shape. Again, leave the top B and E open. So, and everybody comes back in on that D sharp. I told you wrong. That was a B. Wasn't it? It's an A shape, but it's a B. And that's a C sharp. It's a B shape, but it's a C sharp. Okay, sorry. And then slide that up to D as always. Back in together. that's that. Repeat it all the way through. Last time through the chorus, you'll go. To a D sharp. That's it. Oh, I forgot to mention halfway through the chorus for the lead guitar parts. Instead of going up to here, I believe that's on the word change. Instead of going up there, you'll go. For if you can't really see what I'm doing, that is starting on the G string, the 10th fret. That F, we keep going back to that F, don't we? That F right there, drop it down to the D string, the 11th fret. Back up to the G string on the 11th fret. Back down to the D, 11. And back to the F on the G, 10th fret. So that's what that is. Sorry I forgot to mention that, so my part's really... So that's it. That is how you play Static. One of our more complicated songs, but you know, it's still not too terrible. Right, so now I'm going to show you how to play the whole thing. Hope you enjoy. made a mistake or two in there, but that's just a lesson for me not to watch the camera while I'm teaching you guys how to play. So let me know if you like that. I'd be happy to make some more videos for other Scarlett 7 songs. If you guys like that a lot, let me know if it helped you. If you still have questions, if something didn't make sense, feel free to message me about it. I'd be happy to. I'll talk music theory all day to people. Again, I hope that helped. Thank you guys for listening to me and being such great fans. In the past, and now, we can't thank you enough about that. The album drops again next Thursday, Halloween. Please check it out. Please tell your friends. The more people listen to it, the happier we'll be, and it'll be all thanks to you. So, thank you. Have a good day.